We're getting towards the end of February down here, and as you see, river's running pretty flooded right now. We just had a pretty bad thunderstorm last night. Creek's had the bank in a lot of spots, and we're out here trying to get beaver before the end of the season here, and weather's not crop the rest of the year. So what I'm doing here is we're setting, mainly we're setting a bunch of snares. High law is you can't set 330 or any trap bigger than 5/5/8 inch jaw spread on land without it being completely submerged. And with this water level the way it is, this water level can come up 3 foot tonight, or it could go down 3 foot tonight. So if I had a regular beaver size trap or of a foothold or body gripper, it would be illegal. If that water goes down, then chances are you're probably not going to catch anything that way. So what we're doing is we're running snares, and the snare can run dry without having to worry about any legal ramifications. So that's what we're doing here. I just got a little mud pie with some of Dobbin's wood chipper and a 5/64 1x19 snare, about a 10-inch loop. The bottom of the loop probably about 2 inches underwater. I don't want too deep right here. I want to get them caught pretty quick, and it's anchored off to a disposable stake. I can show those later. Kind of show you the setup I'm using right here for these beaver. Using 5/64 cable, 1x19, using the garage bullet box 5/64. Got a deer stuff on these, don't have breakaway. The cable itself is 42 inches long, so that gives me enough room to make a 10-inch loop. There's about a 9-inch loop. Open up a little bit more. See, that still get with a 14-inch snare, 10-inch loop still gives me about 8 or 9 inches to play with before I get to the swivel. To anchor these off, I'm not running slides right now because they probably not going to do any good if water goes back down on me, which could have very well happened. But about a 3 foot long disposable stake on a dirt dog supporting these snares. I'm using these little quick supports with the number 11 wire on them. Just makes life a little quicker getting these things in and out. But what I'm looking for on this creek with this high water, see over there, or obviously out of the bank here, but what I'm on right here, might be a little hard to see, is an old slide. If you go look above, kind of got a little bit of sun here, but there's some old beaver chews coming up. And with this high water, they're going to be everywhere, so not worried about so much about that sign being old, but I know the beaver are in here. They've been in here for years. So I'm just setting these slides. They make it pretty good access points. And that's pretty much all I set on this creek is the slides, because most of the creek, these banks are pretty steep, so don't really have a lot of chance to do anything else. So try to get this set aimed real quick. I got the Alright. Well, here's my kind of my caster mound set from up above. You can kind of see the slide going down. I was taking another look. That is a beaver's been chilling on that root right there. That's what part of it is down there. I just have pulled up some mud from the bottom. Got a little bit of Bob Jamison's 10-mile beaver lure. Snare about the same way as the last one. About the bottom of the snare is about 2 inches below the water. Anchored off to a disposable, but don't really have to do a whole lot, nothing fancy on these sets. The caster should do most of the job, and with a beaver running around all over the place with this flooding going on, should have some results pretty soon. All right, I got another caster mound here. This spot right here normally is probably about 10 foot above the water line most of the time throughout the year, but this weather we're still pretty high. And the reason why I got this spot set up is it's fairly flat right here before it drops down, so the water's not going to bother me a whole lot if it does go down. Got the caster mound here I just placed, dug up, and I got my snare. It's probably about 6 or 7 feet out of the way from it. One of the reasons why I got it so far away, beaver can, when it's coming in, the water's a little bit clear right there. You can't really tell, but there's a lot of thick grass right in here, and that could kind of interfere with the snare. But where I've got it, it's a lot lighter, so done that just to keep the set working as long as possible. But and the beaver coming upstream will be coming, should come right into the set the way that's it. Way it is, instead of trying to come straight, which would be right here, and there's a lot of blocking, so that's almost a perfectly natural spot for the beaver to approach. And we'll see what we can do. I got another caster mound set. There's a lot of fresh cuttings farther up that this trail up here. I've got a big caster mound. All that mud I cut is cutting back, is where I cut this channel. The original part of this bank, it ended right in here. I took, what I wanted to do was kind of make a channel to kind of help guide the beaver up into the snare, and just used all that mud up here to make a kind of a little bit more flashier caster mound. And you can't be afraid to modify some of the terrain here for these beaver. So I had to make it kind of deep enough to where I can get my snare in there, because this was kind of shallow out through here, so I had to kind of dig this channel out a little bit more just to give my snare a little bit more room to work on. But we gotta do what we gotta do to get these high water beaver caught. Alright, just farther down from where we saw the tree, we've got this little bit of water where this river is kind of out of its bank right here. We got kind of a fairly fresh trail running from the bank over into here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set a snare in the water right there, have a little, probably put a little bit of caster lure right here, and probably put another, just a dry land snare over here going into the water over here, just try to double one up. Alright, got another kind of a nice little ready-made spot for a set. We got a nice ready-made spot for a set. We got yeah, we're still got high water. It's completely out of this bank over here. It actually gets up in that clearing back there above where I had that last set. It actually gets, water actually gets about a little over waist deep. And we got fresh tree down. These trees don't look fresh, but that's just, a lot of it's just from where everything's cold and the sap's out of everything. Right there's, the tree looks more, well, normally a fresh tree would look at, but we're gonna come down here and get another beaver castor mound set. Try to get these beaver out of here. Alright, got that castor mound set made up. You kind of notice most of my beaver trapping on be it footholds or body grips. I don't use a lot of forcing on any of my sets. There's a kind of a reason for it. One, this year we have a lot of people out trapping beaver this year, and it kind of, if you're trying to escape attention, putting a lot of blocking is kind of a glaring sign that says there's a trap here. So I try to do that, just try to stay away from competition and people looking to steal traps and fur. But another reason is you get too much fencing in there, you change the behavior of the beaver. Guys that fence might notice, especially with the 330s, if you're setting these castor mounds, the beavers a lot of times is going to be going out away from your castor mound set when it hits the trap. You can just kind of tell, if you pay attention on how you set your trap, you can kind of tell which way the beaver was going when you when it hit the trap. You can tell the same way with snares too, which way they were going when they hit the snare. But just simple set. That one I've got the loop a little bit lower. The water here is kind of deep, probably about 8-9 inches right here. So the beaver's gonna be swimming almost all the way up to the set. So that's why I got a little bit lower. If they were a little bit shallow walking, I had that snare a little little shallower, but that will do for what we're doing. Just got a little more eye appeal from one little down logs and some 10 mile on there again. We'll see what we do.